Hey guys, welcome Wineaux friends. So today we're going to use something really cool. I don't know if you've even seen this. It comes from Wine Enthusiast. I do have a studio audience here. Studio audience, why don't you grab the box there so I can show them what that looks like. And I've had lots of questions about this. I do these little snippets, little wine classes from time to time. And so here's this deal. It's called the Decanter Recanter. The idea is, my understanding is, I thought maybe it would show a pic. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you decant the bottle, which is what we're going to try to do, and then you rebottle it. So, but there is a question that already comes to my mind that I don't know, but we'll get to that here in a moment. So, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and give you two for the price of one today. Two different kind of corks wine openers. They both have the screw here. This one's shaped a little different, but notice the top. This one has just one lever. This one has a dual lever, which allows you to bring it up part way and then open it more safely without breaking the cork. These kind of things are more ideal for opening older bottles. The bottle I'm going to open is a 2021 Cabernet Sauvignon from Alexander Valley, Sonoma. So chances are the cork should be moist enough, but that's why you would want to use it, because you don't want to break the cork in the bottle. And if you did that, don't push it back down. Take your screw and get the real pointy kind and put it in the edge of the bottle and the cork, and you can usually pull it out. I remember doing that one time. I was opening a bottle of wine for Don Henley, and I broke the cork right in front of him. It's like, oh my God, it was a 1985 Lafite Rothschild or something like that, something crazy expensive. But I was able to pull it out, which was really cool. So, alrighty, so now as you can see how I just did that. Went to the first level. Push this down now, the second level. Look at that, and it pops right out. Now notice something else. I'm going to give you three for the price of one. The cork, you're at a restaurant, the waiter hands you the cork. What do you do with it? Do you sniff it? No, because it's going to smell like cork. So what you do, well not do, but you know, you feel the cork, make sure it's moist. And this one is moist, because that means it's been laid down to rest. There's no drippage through the cork at any point, which means there hasn't been any seepage. Now, sometimes you'll get seepage through here, you know, this way. As long as it doesn't come out, in which case you'll want to check the capsule and see if there's wine in here. Because if that's the case, chances are better that it's going to be oxidized, because that means that there was a transfer or displacement of liquid to gas, which is O2 or air. So according to the instructions, we put this little dilly on the bottle, and it pushes down kind of hard, so I'm feeling it now. All right. And then you put this on top here, and then you hold them together. My first time to do this, so I don't actually know. And then bingo. So as you can see, it's running along the edges here, all along there. So that's surface area. It's taking in oxygen as it's falling into the bottom of the decanter. That's pretty cool the way it's doing real slowly. I bet you if I tilt it, it would go faster, but what's the point? This is a good idea to let it sit and come down slowly. Because while it's, now I just felt it, it's heavy, top heavy. So as I started to let go, I felt the thing leaning over. So, okay, so look, there we go. I'm able to let it go, but I wouldn't do that. Just stand here. It's gonna take an extra, I don't know, what, 60 seconds-ish? Do I need to raise it? So going, so it's down to here now. Down to here now. Down to here now. So I'm curious. Yeah, there's no leakage on the top, which I was wondering if it leaked up here. There's kind of a little drip part that keeps it from doing so. So now the bottle is finished, and it's all out of the bottle. So the point would be to take this off. I don't know if you heard that, but turn it back over. And then you have this little gizmo. So this now has oxygen from here to there. So you can swirl it, right, and get oxygen in it. Now, let's say you were gonna do 2 or 3 of these. Put this little top on it, and it keeps little critters from flying in it or into it. And then you can simply do this because there's oxygen in there already. You don't need to blow oxygen in there. You don't need to treat it like a blender. But look, you can see the air already with the bubbles right there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So now let's say that it's aired now for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, depending on what it is. I would suggest that if it's a Chilean Cabernet Sauvignon from 2018, I would give it an hour or 2, easily. Let's say it was a 1978 bottle of Lafite Rothschild. Now, there is going to be a problem with that, and that is that it's going to have sediment in the bottom. So the sediment's going to go in here. And the way, again, the instructions say that this works is this is going to come off. The bottle is going to go back in here, and then we're going to put the wine back in the bottle. Back in the bottle. Never mind. Y'all may know that movie. So actually it feels kind of loose, but I'm going to, let me see. I guess I'll do it this way. So it's going to display slowly, right? There's no other way to do that. I'm guessing, unless maybe, let's see. If I tilt it, yeah, see there? You can see the air again. So now it's aerating back into the bottle, back in the bottle. Sorry, I can't help myself. Freaking Steve Martin. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, well, my studio audience is saying to shake it up, baby. And so, okay, there we go. It's almost through. Ooh, I can see some right there that didn't come out. So, I will shake it up just to get that last little bit, because I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's right there. So I'm gonna take this off now. Let's see what happens. Ooh, okay, all I'm able to do is pull it up very carefully. So look at that, no drippage, that's good. And no drippage, that's good. Okay, that's a good sign. But I did notice that you have to have a hold on this container really tight right in this area, because you can see already it's coming loose. And there's not much left. You can see that's all there's in there, not even a sip. And then you're ready to roll. Now the cool thing about it, if you wanted to, you could use another kind of aerator that I have right over here. I'm gonna have one of my studio audience help me grab it. Something that I utilize, and if you'd like to know more about this, give me a holler. This doesn't have the little metal ball in it. This is literally a wine aerator. This is not for liquor. This is not for anything else. This is for wine. So you put it in the bottle, and then, studio audience, would you hand me a glass? So they're gonna hand me a glass. So watch this. Oh, this is 4 for 1. Now I'm aerating it again, and just that much. Wow, yeah, you can see the aeration. So what you don't know is that I had already taken some wine out of this at a different video earlier today. That's why I'm wearing the same shirt. And just went straight from the bottle to the glass, and it smells completely different. I'm gonna give this glass to the studio audience over there and let them see what they think, because they had it earlier as well without any aeration. So that's about it. That's all I have for this. I can't think of anything else. Now, obviously, when you wash this, so be real careful. Definitely wash this out. Rinse it out with as hot of water as you can tolerate with your hands. I like to put a glove on, plastic glove, and then wash it with really hot water. Every now and then you do need to use a little bitty, teeny tiny bit of soap. You need to, just for bacteria's sake. And then there's another little deal. There's a brush that you can buy that you stick in here that curves, and you can just go around the bottle, because otherwise it'll stain. It will. It just is what it is. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna reach out to my studio audience, see if they have any questions. If they don't, then I'm gonna end this now. Studio audience, anything? Any thoughts? Any questions?
When you're putting it back in the bottle, if you swirl it, it puts an air up through the middle.
when I'm putting it back in the bottle, they suggest I swirl the whole thing.
Vertically.
Vertically, like this, but upside down. Yeah, so I started to do that, but it's very uncomfortable feeling because it feels like this is about to pop off.
Yeah.
So that's what I was afraid of, because see, this is not tight at all. That was tight. This side was tight in the bottle, but this side was not so tight, and I was nervous to do that. But next time, again, this is my first time to try this gizmo, and it worked pretty good, I think. And what do you think about that wine, studio audience?
Very good.
Very good.
Very tasty.
Compared to the first time you tasted it without any air.
Yeah, I can tell that it's been aerated.
Huh?
Yeah, it's opening up nicely.
Yeah, so the other cool thing you could do is, again, you could leave it in here every now and then for about an hour, even 30 minutes. But even 30 minutes, 15 minutes, doing this is going to give you better results than pouring it straight from the bottle, and even better than just using one of these little cool gizmos that I got available. One more question from the studio audience.
What would be the primary purpose of doing this whole thing? Why couldn't you, or wouldn't one, simply take it from the bottle into a decanter and then serve it from the decanter into the glass? What is the primary purpose of putting it back in the bottle?
Back in the bottle. Well, my understanding is from the wine enthusiast people is they want you to do this to several bottles if you were going to do a tasting, for example. And so you'd have 4 or 5 bottles that were all recanted back in the bottle and then utilizing a pour spout or something like that. That was my understanding, the reason they do that. Number one. But number two, let's say that you had a nice bottle that you wanted to decant before you got to your friend's house. That's what I would use it for. And then put the cork back in the bottle just for the drive over to the friend's house. Now, there is a tool that puts it back in with this side down. But, quite frankly, watch this. This can go back in the bottle. And I could make it go almost all the way to the bottom. And now it's sealed. Again, remember in one of my other videos, I've used this little deal here to take the air out. You know. So, that's the thing. What do you think? Anything else? Alrighty. Thanks for listening, watching. Ciao.